오, 피곤해. 어, 진짜 잠깐만 해야지, 잠깐만. 왜 이렇게 피곤하냐. 자, 지난번에 넵튠으로 향했다는 얘기까지 들었었는데 계속 그냥 추적하면 되는 것 같죠? 그 사람을? 그럼 비행기로 돌아가서 가봅시다. 좋아, 넵튠으로 한번 가보자. 넵튠으로. 어우, 이쁘다. 우주가 이게 가슴 울리는 게 있어. 저기 있네. 가보자. 어? 아, 직접 그렇게. 그 옛날 애니메이션 중에 은하용 전설이라는 애니메이션이 있는데 거기 보면 이렇게 우주선, 대형 우주선에다가 다른 우주선을 도킹해서 거기 싸우는 그런 장면들이 나와요. 되게 그거 생각나서 가슴 뛰네. 계십니까? 여기 있니? 여기다. 넌 임마 토끼집 딱이야. 너도 임마. 어이구, 얘는 탱탱하구만.
Maybe we shouldn't stay out here for too long.
오우씨, 뭐가 터진 거요? 가스.
Am I glad to meet whoever you two are? Looks like we're all in one piece. Any day you walk away from, right? Now I know that kind of talk. You two Marines?
Constellation, actually.
What? Seriously? Man, I've heard stories, but I had no idea you all were this dangerous.
We've heard stories too, about a strange object you found on patrol.
So, you know what that thing is? I tried to hawk it in Sidonia, and the guy thought I was peddling phony titanium.
It doesn't play nice with scanners. It'd be worthless to someone trying to flip rare minerals quickly.
So you're saying I shouldn't be using it as a hood ornament? Hey, I'll trade some weird space rock for a rescue anytime. Hope you figure out whatever that thing is.
아, 공짜로 하나 얻었습니다. 마음이 넉넉하네요.
Good work.
감사합니다.
Let's get back to the lodge. Go ahead. Do the honors.
It fits. Energy spiked a bit, but it's restabilized.
Is there anything new showing up?
No, it's the same as before. There's a massive output as the artifact is added, then it harmonizes. Like it's waiting for the others.
That's speculation, but I think you're right. We need more. Here. You've earned this. Welcome to Constellation. As a full member this time. Honestly, this just makes it more official. Call it right person, right place, right time. But once the artifacts started coming together, you were one of us. Well, if you ever find a relic bottle from Earth, we'll all be happy to share it with you. By the way, how would you like to keep traveling together? I'm not sitting behind my desk for this. These artifacts are a new chapter for Constellation, and I'm going to be out there for it. And I want you out there as well. You got results. I need someone like you watching my back. First, there's an expedition that Samco has been putting together. It's in Freestar Collective Space, and he knows it inside and out. There's also the Eye, our star station in orbit. About time for you to meet Vladimir. He's been hard at work tracking down more anomalies. And last but not least, Noel. Have we heard anything from Barrett yet?
A courier from Argos Extractors came by to let us know they're packing up the operation on Vectera. But that's it, no other word.
That's not good. We should get over there and check on Barrett in person.
Cannot wait to meet him. It's been ages since Constellation has had someone new. I wonder what he's like.
Just go easy on him. Being interrogated by a kid ain't exactly the best way to make a first impression.
I'll limit it to the really important stuff, Dad.
This does not bode well. And you must be the
Arion.
latest poor fool to get dragged into our dysfunctional little family.
맞아요. 끌려왔어요, 저는. 어떻게 하셨대?
Whoa. I know a few dark sides of the Aquila Moons, but if you're looking for deep history lessons, well, I'm gonna fall asleep before you do.
Trust me. Don't encourage him. Kuriko, by the way. Hi.
안녕.
Nice to meet anyone brave enough to fly the frontier.
Hey, don't spook our new friend. Frontier's a fine ship. Honest. Now, let's talk business. Sarah tell you about the expedition? The three of us are heading to Aquila, for a settled planet of the Freestar Collective and, not coincidentally, the home of their capital, Aquila City. We'll land in the city's spaceports, but the frontier's our goal. It's rough country. Spawned a lot of stories. And I got a lead on a tale that makes me think one thing. Artifact. Yeah, don't piss off the Freestar Rangers. As far as the Collective is concerned, they're judge, jury, and executioner. They're the good guys, but that don't make them any less dangerous. Outside that, just don't be an asshole. Okay, we'll meet you on board your ship. Talk more when we get there. Once we land on Aquila, it's gonna be you and me. So if you want to do any freewheeling before then, Cora and I will just be riding passenger.
딸도 같이 데려가.
Your father dropped by. He left a
Are
note for you.
okay,
Here.
Dad?
응?
You
우리
look
아빠?
tired.
아, 맞다. 나 그거 있었지?
Don't
그
worry, darling. I'm
퍼크에 부모님
Dad's
넣어놨었지?
just not as young as he used to be.
뭐 어떻게 여기 있는 줄 알고 이쪽으로 보내셨대? 뭐 가볼게요? 가지 뭐. 궁금하긴 했어. 어차피 우리 부모님 어디 사시냐? 저쪽이 거주구역이라고 하니까 한번 저쪽으로 가볼게요. 여기 사실라나? 좋은데 사시는 것 같은데 이거. 그러네. 아씨, 좋은데 사네. 역세권 1초 역세권이야. 내려가면 바로 여기요. 와 집 봐 세상에. 이렇게 나한테 용돈 한 푼 안 쥐어주고 지금. 와, 나한테 물려준 거라고는 이 탈모 유전자 뿐인 거야?
What? Well, I'll be. Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my God. Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, son, but I thought you were under contract with Argos Extractors.
아니 오라면서.
Everything all right?
당신이 오라고 했잖아요. 저 잘렸어요. 근데 잘렸다는 얘기는 없네. 진짜 그냥 잘렸다고 말하고 싶은데.
Come again? Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
아주 서포티브합니다.
Well, I know what I've read about in the news. The explorers. Years ago, there was a stretch where Constellation was in fashion. People would gossip about them all the time. I must say it's been a while since I've heard anything about them, though. Glad to know they're still around. Oh, in life you need to celebrate the victories you get, because you don't know when the next one's coming. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known, I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the boy catch his breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
아, 되게 화목합니다, 분위기가. 아, 이게 내 방, 이게 내 방인 것 같죠, 이거? 장난감 그대로 다 있어. 뭐야, 이거? 아, 이거 좋네, 이거. 저 백팩 일단 챙기고. 집에서 딱히 막 파밍할 수 있는 거는 없는 것 같아요. 뭐 방에 내 물건이라도 좀 있을 줄 알았는데 가방 없긴 얻었네. TV 볼 수 있나? 미래 TV라 뭐 버튼이 어딘지도 모르겠네. 이거 차랑 커피가 엄청 많아요. 진짜로 이거는 만들어서 먹을 수 있는 것 같아요. 크래프팅에 쓸 수 있다고 하는 거 보니까.
I still can't get over you being here. And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch.
벌써 명절 분위기 납니다. 아우, 세상에.
Just so you know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa. So don't keep him or me waiting too long. I know. I won't get into more right now. I know you didn't live in this
너무 현실적이라서 이거.
but I want you to consider this your home away from home. Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers. You're welcome anytime. And I mean anytime.
나 여기 오래 못 있겠어. 여기 있을 때 멀미 날 것 같아. 지금. 가볼게요. 잘 있어요.
Hello.
All right, we're here. You ready? Because once we get started, I'm gonna be riding your tail till this is over.
가자.
There's something you should know up front. I'm a Co. As in Solomon Co., first man on Aquila. That tale I
누군지
mentioned
모릅니다.
before, the one I think is connected to an artifact,
몰라, 레후.
it's something of a family legend. After planetfall, Solomon spent years mapping Aquila. And he found a tiny little patch of nothing on his sensors. The kind of nothing an artifact produces. He called it the Empty Nest. Said it was a place even the wildlife of Aquila wouldn't go. Solomon's maps are locked up tight in the local gal bank. We'll be heading there.
다이아몬드 시티 생각난다. 여기 한가운데 이거 있는 것도 다이아몬드 시티 생각나.
By order of Marshal Daniel Blake, I need to inform you we've got some trouble at Gal Bank. Folks might be in
여기 가는
danger, so
곳인데.
you may want to steer clear.
Never a dull moment around here.
I know you. You're Sam Coe. Marshal will be damn glad to have another Freestar Ranger helping out.
Afraid your information is a couple years out of date.
Frankly, it ain't going well. Looks to be a stalemate. Maybe a little outside help would do some good.
If you think you're just gonna walk up here and get us to surrender, you're dead wrong.
뭐 이 동네 사람들은 매너가 없어. 먼저 이렇게 딱 관등성부터 하고 내가 누굽니다. 그것부터 해야지 지금.
It's Jed Bullock.
어디 어른이.
Well, ain't you polite? So tell me, stranger, how do I know you're gonna deal straight with us?
이게 지금 제가 원티드 특성이 있어서 전용 대화지가 있네요. 이거 한번 해볼까?
I heard that. Okay, so let's talk. We want to guarantee a safe passage to the spaceport and a ship. We'll drop the hostages off somewhere safe in the system. After that, we'll radio back where they are, and the Marshal and his crew can come and get them. But if anybody follows us when we break orbit, we start shooting people. Got it? Then persuade the Marshal that it ain't. This whole damn job's gone wrong. It was supposed to be just a quick hit. Clean and simple, you know? So let's all try to keep our heads, yeah? Because my guys, they're going crazy in here. I don't know how much longer we can last. What do you mean?
한번 협박 해볼까요? 6개나 채워야 돼? 6개 한 번에 다 해보자 한번.
Marshall might take us down, but we'll take down some of his on the way. I promise you that.
인생 한 방이야.
You really think so?
오. 야, 하나만 하면 되잖아.
If the hostages it'll be the Marshall
5개짜리 내는데
not taking us serious.
하나짜리 못했어.
Nah, it's too late to back out now. We're seeing this through.
Give me a sec. All right, let's talk options.
야, 내가 훔쳐오자.
Okay, that's not bad. Just give me a minute to brace myself, okay? Round 2 with the old mule can be even worse than round 1. Next time you talk to Jacob, tell him I want a word with him. That'll be our cue. You slip away and I'll keep him busy.
보자. 어디 있을까? 왠지 여기 서 있는 걸로 봐서 여기 요 문 뒤에 있는 거 같죠? 이렇게 심리적으로 숨기고 싶은데 앞에 설 거 아니야.
What do you want? Constellation?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not leaving until I get what I came for.
이 나무인데 뒤지라 그러네. 아, 그렇지. 바로 여기 있지. 아, 심리학적 간파. 훌륭했다, 훌륭했다. 다른 거 훔칠 거 없나? 가자. 야, 어디가.
Alright, let's see if we can find the empty nest. Alright, let me think. The way I heard it, the readings he was getting were normal at first, then they bottomed out. And no creature, alien or otherwise, would dare step inside. There. Found it. Oh boy. That's a problem.
근데 뭐 다 좋은데 이거 집에서 나와가지고 지금 얘기하는 거 아니야? 여기 문 활짝 열어놓고 여기서 이렇게 해도 되는 거야?
First, it's in the middle of the frontier, which we already expected. No problems there but the usual tussling with alien wildlife. But the empty nest is a cave right in the middle of Shawgang territory. Same outlaws who held up Galbank.
왜 이렇게 탱탱해? 미안해요. 치료 왜 이렇게 많아? 뭐 뱉는다. 다쳤다. 죽어라. 오이씨, 괜히 건드렸네. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷. 뭐야 저거? 메카 슈트 같은 거 뭔데 이거?
Some smugglers are not bad folk. Just trying to make a living, really.
일단 터렛이 너무 싫어요. 포라4 하면서도 터렛이랑 이게 좋은 기억이 있었던 적이 없어. 무조건 고지대 사수가 중요하걸라. 네, 안 올라가지는 것 같냐? 됐다. 미안. 해가지고 샷건총 갑자기 막 넘치네. 되게 이상한 샷건 먹은 것 같은데? 이게 말이 돼? 더블배럴 샷건인데 추가 총알 이게 붙어가지고 4발을 쏠 수 있네? 괜찮나 이거? 이게 4발짜리 더블배럴 샷건 이런 거 쓰면 막 전쟁범죄고 그런 거 아니지? 와 진짜 개음산하다. 여기 폴아웃 같은데 진짜로? 세상에. 와 이거 이렇게 음산하냐 여기. 아티팩트다. 히히. 또 만지면 또 이상한 짓 할 것 같은데. 어우, 뚫고 갈 줄 알았어.
Let's get going.
뭐야 얘 기다리고 있어. 무섭게.
I think that's far enough. Hate to put a hole in the head of Akila's own prodigal son. At least not before we've had a word.
You must be Shaw.
Grabbed something from that weird cave. Probably whatever's been keeping the Ashta away. So, I'm down one hideout. Now, let's talk about what all that's worth to me. Your lives, your credits. One or the other, really.
미친놈들이잖아 이거. 그냥 협박부터 하고 있어 다짜고짜. 대화할 가치도 없는데 이거?
Kill them!
뭐 믿고 나대? 응? 아파. 뭘 믿고 나대긴 하는구나. 어우, 갑자기 막 대화하고 싶어지네. 너 임마, 어? 너 임마, 너 임마, 너 임마, 너 임마. 먹을 것 좀 있나 뒤져봐야겠다. 어우 아파. 아 이게 그 전설의 1권이야? 세상에 씨. 요 아틀란티스 온 김에 아까 무슨 사이드 퀘스트 같은 거 있는 것 같던데 한번 해볼게요.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
요 앞에 이거 마스크 그거 아니야? 대형마트 가면 그 시식 코너에서 아줌마들 이렇게 쓰고 계신 거? 저 침 튀지 말라고?
Yes. Concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance? Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
그래?
Well, thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
센서를 그냥 이렇게 통발 건져내듯이 그냥 다 모아달라는 그런 얘기인 것 같아요. 뭐 센서 어떻게 생겼는지도 모르는데 딱 보면 센서인가? 모양이 되게 좀 그렇다? 네? 야, 다 모았다. 야, 초대형 에어팟 배달하러 가자. 저만 그런지 모르겠는데 저 약간 게임할 때 이렇게 느긋하게 걸어다니는 거 되게 좋아하거든요. 그냥 이렇게 진짜로 이 도시에 사는 사람처럼 녹아들어가지고. 사람들 사실 그렇게 안 뛰어다니잖아요. 시간 뭐 촉박한 거 아니면. 이러고 있으면 되게 기분 좋아지더라고요.
I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right, we'll just upload the data. Give it a moment. And just another moment.
One eternity later.
There it is.
그냥 오래 걸리는 거였어. 다행이야.
Now let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my. It seems my concerns were valid all along. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree.
이 좋은 뉴스야?
I report my findings to MAST immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once. Well, from a certain point of view. In an admittedly somewhat selfish manner. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be, well, disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
아, 그렇지. 돈 훨씬 더 많이 줘야지. 잘하는구만. 근데 내가 문과라 잘 몰라서 그런데 나무가 이렇게 막 저주파를 뿜기도 하는 거예요, 원래? 이상하네. 필요해요.